Germany has been militarily silent since World War II, but now things are changing. Tanks are back on the road. The Air Force is being modernized. So why? Why is Germany rearming, and what does that mean? At the end of World War II, Germany suffered a heavy defeat. The Nazi regime collapsed and Germany was completely occupied. The country was divided into 4 occupation zones: American, British, French, and Soviet. During this period, Germany was strictly forbidden from rearming its military forces. The Nazi army was disbanded, the weapons were destroyed, and there was a public backlash against military force because of Germany's history of war crimes. 1949. 2 separate states, West and East Germany, were established. West Germany, Federal Republic of Germany, governed by a democratic system under the influence of the USA, England, and France. East Germany, German Democratic Republic. A socialist regime was established under the influence of the Soviet Union. 1955. As the Cold War deepened, West Germany joined NATO. This was a major turning point because Germany began to rearm. 1990. German reunification. The Berlin Wall fell. East and West Germany were united. From this point on, Germany began to be seen as a leading country throughout Europe. But despite this political and economic leadership, he always stayed away from military leadership. He either participated in military interventions very limitedly or stayed away from them completely. 2000s, Merkel era, 2005-2021. Balanced and passive attitude in foreign policy. During Angela Merkel's term, Germany followed a balancing, dialogue-oriented and military power-distance stance in foreign policy. Defense budget kept low. Modernization in the army progressed slowly. Supported military power with soft power, economy, diplomacy. During this period, Germany maintained its image as a peace-loving power. Nowadays, there are many historical, political, and security-based reasons behind Germany's. The decision to arm is based on several fundamental reasons. First, the belief that it must now take a more active role in the defense of Europe. As the global role of the United States becomes increasingly volatile, European countries do not want to entrust their defense solely to America. Germany wants to fill this gap, take on more responsibility within NATO, and become a leader in the European Union's security architecture. The second reason is that the war in Ukraine poses a direct threat to Germany's security. Germany may not be at the center of the war geographically, but it is clear that Russia's aggressive policies know no bounds. Like Poland, the Baltic states, and other Eastern European countries, Germany has now realized that it must strengthen its defenses. Because war is not just military, this includes areas such as energy, cybersecurity, and social resilience. Germany also wants to make itself stronger and more prepared on all these fronts. Thirdly, Germany's armament has also taken on a different dimension in domestic politics. The low defense budget over the years, the army's aging infrastructure, and logistical deficiencies were frequently criticized. As scandals such as tanks not working and planes not taking off were reflected in the press, the public has also begun to question this situation. Not only external threats, but also internal criticism are now forcing Germany to establish a more modern, functional, and deterrent army. In fact, this armament is no coincidence, because Germany created a special defense fund of 100 billion euros in 2022 and announced its long-term armament plans. These moves are seen as Germany's biggest military investments in the post-Cold War era. To summarize, Germany is trying to break away from its post-Cold War passive power identity and become an actor prepared for geopolitical conflicts. This transformation is shaped by both external threats and internal dynamics.